Doing college football CFB player props here on PrizePicks for Saturday, September 17th. Before I get started, there is a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use code TUFF to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit. There is also a Discord link in the description below of this video. Discord main channel is completely free. Also, Patreon link is in the description of this video as well, where I give all my plays for every single sport. Multiple Patreon posts a day. We got NFL posts, MLB posts, WNBA, of course, college football posts. For example, this video, I'm giving 3 total plays that I like for the college football slate Saturday. Patreon, I'm probably going to end up giving around 10 total plays that I like. Again, check out the Patreon link in the description below. I got 2 different tiers as well, so go ahead and check that out. But let's get into it, you guys. 3 total player props that I do like. College football slate Saturday, September 17th. There is a ton of games here going on, and as we get we're in week 3 now of college football, so we're starting to see patterns, we're starting to see touches, reps, targets, all that good stuff. Starting to see some things that are going to help us make these player props and help us make good decisions. Again, I'm not a gambling expert. This is not financial advice. These are just simply plays I'm personally looking at making, giving you guys some insight into making your own plays. But let's get into, you guys, 3 total player props that I like Saturday, September 17th, college football. Let's go. So the first one that I like is going to be a pass touchdown play. It's going to be Caleb Williams over 2.5 pass TDs. Caleb Williams, as good as advertised, in my opinion, for USC. Faced Stanford, faced Rice actually, and had 19 for 22. Just been complete. Just so efficient. No interceptions. 19 for 22, 249 yards and 2 TDs. And then he faced Stanford, which said to be a better team. USC blew them out 41-28. 20 of 27, 341 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. QBR in the season through 2 games is 96.5. Rushing the ball a little bit as well. But he is facing Fresno State. USC versus Fresno State. And if you take a look here, the over-under for this game is 72. Okay, 72 is the over-under for this game. So Vegas expecting quite a bit of scoring here, 2 really good quarterbacks. Jake Haener is an absolute monster as well on the other side of the ball. He's absolutely a killer, and I think this could definitely be 70, 72 points, maybe even higher than that over-under. So I definitely think there's going to be a ton of offense in this game. Both teams going to be scoring the ball. USC's defense, although they've been winning these games, they've been giving up points as well. USC winning these 2 games 41-28 and 66-14. That's some pretty decent offense for both of these teams here. So I think if Fresno State can keep up with USC offensively, then there's going to be a ton of opportunities for Caleb Williams. 2.5 pass TDs. He's already had this over. He just needs 3 to hit the over on it. I think 2.5, some really good value here. Again, 72.5 is the over-under. 72.5. USC gets half those points. That's 35 points at least for USC. We got to think Caleb Williams has at least 3 pass TDs in that offense. Considering also Dye, their running back, he's been running the ball decent, but they've been throwing the ball when they're in the red zone. A lot of play action. You can see, Dye 14 carries for 105 yards, so it's nothing crazy. 14 carries, pretty average, I'd say, compared to other running backs around the college football scene. So, Caleb Williams is going to throw the ball. He's going to have opportunities in that red zone to throw the ball. I like the over 2.5 pass TDs for him. The next one is going to be a Charlie Jones, and I'm actually going to take the over 99.5 receiving yards for him. Now, quick look at his last 2 games this season, right? He's gone over this crazy 153 against Penn State, 133 against Indiana State, I believe. Indiana State. So Penn State, they lost 35-31. Purdue played really well, and he had 9 catches for 153 yards, or 12 catches for 153 yards. And then you can see here against Indiana State, which is a complete blowout. Obviously, they didn't need to use him as much. He still had 9 catches for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns, right? And if we take a look at just the overall stats for Purdue, he's dominating. He's dominating, right? Look at his receptions. 21 receptions compared to the next wide receiver at 6. He's going to get a ton of looks here. Obviously, this is going to be a little bit closer of a game. Syracuse is 2-0. Syracuse having a pretty nice year, but I think this is a big test for both of these teams here. Syracuse versus Purdue. Syracuse is 2-0. They have wins against Louisville and UConn. But overall, I think Charlie Jones at 99.5 receptions or receiving yards, when he's gone completely over this twice. I think it's only at 100 now because they're playing a little bit better of a team, but he had 153 against Penn State, right? And there's athletes on that Penn State secondary. 99.5 receiving yards for Charlie Jones. I'm taking the over on this one. And then the last one is going to be another receiving yards prop, and we're going to take Cedric Tillman of Tennessee. So Tennessee here, they're playing Akron. It's not Arkansas. Tennessee, Cedric Tillman over 80.5 receiving yards. And now he's gone over this. His last game against Pitt, he had 162. In that first game of the year, he had 68 against Ball State. But if we take a look, a deeper dive onto this, they blew out Ball State 59-10. He still had 6 catches for 68 yards. And then Pitt, he had 9 catches for 162 yards. 9 catches. He had a 61 yard. He caught a 61 yard pass. But at 80.5 for Cedric Tillman, if we even take a look at his game log from last season, like, this is a player that's not just new to the scene. Like, he's been an elite wide receiver. Look at these games, some of these games that he had last year, towards the end of last year, right? When against Georgia, he had 10 catches for 200 yards. Against Georgia, the number 1 team in the country, 10 catches for 200 yards. He had 5 catches for 100, 6 catches for 106, and then against Purdue in the Music City Bowl, he had 7 catches for 150 yards. Okay? So Cedric Tillman obviously is in a great opportunity to receive the ball. I think he's good for at least 10 targets probably in this offense for Tennessee. And Cedric Tillman at 80.5, considering he just had what was considered a close game against Pitt, 162, right? 34-27 in OT, had 162 yards at 80.5 receiving yards. I love the over on this one for Cedric Tillman of 80.5. So these are the 3 total player props I have for college football plays Saturday, September 17th. Caleb Williams over 2.5 pass TDs, Charlie Jones over 99.5 receiving yards, and Cedric Tillman over 80.5 receiving yards. Again, I'm going to give all my Patreon plays. There's 3 total plays here. Patreon total plays is probably going to be around 10. Go ahead and check that link out in the description below. Hit that subscribe button, you guys. Drop a like on this video. And as always, have a great day.